we wanted to do this little video here because this is a huge property, and just looking at the drone video and the short ground video, it's really tough for me anyway to really wrap my head around everything that this has going on. So we're within the MapRight program, doing a screen recording basically, and this is the property. It's outlined in red here. So 34 acres. It's actually 3 tracts at Chalk Bluff that were put together to create basically one monster tract. I'm going to switch over to the topo map here. Maybe. There we go. Okay, so you can see the easement road, which comes in and borders kind of the east side. Um, but if you look at the topo, this property has a lot going on. It's got this large creek bed that borders the west side over here. And it actually has a smaller, I guess you'd call it a wet weather creek that borders the north side. Now this larger one here on the west, it probably has pockets of water in it for most of the year, all of the year, but it's only going to flow after it's been raining, or maybe at other, in the springtime, certain times of the year. But it's a big, wide creek bed with a gravel bottom. Gives you a huge source of gravel if you're doing some building projects or doing some trails or roads or whatnot. It's pretty awesome. And this flows into the Jacks Fork River in about a mile. But back to the property here. Okay, how do I want to do? Okay, so we've got the road. So you're following the road. This is an easement road. But now once it crosses the boundary line into the property, that's now a private road. That's your private road. So even though this map indicates that the road does go through, that's just an old trail. It is not a public road. Once it crosses onto the boundary, you could put up a gate there if you wanted to. But this area here, this is interesting. I mean, you could build pretty much anywhere on the property. There are multiple good building sites. But this is a large, flat ridge. And once if you look at the drone video, you'll see there's a couple trails going out here. I mean, talk about an awesome building site, because you can have this huge, more or less flat yard area, and you've got these outstanding views to the north, to the west, to the south. I mean, I just picture a nice cabin in a yard right out here, and you can see for miles. You can see the beautiful ridges. I mean, you'll be watching the sunsets. Probably have a view to the east as well, actually. But I mean, you'll just have a breathtaking view on almost every direction here if you were to choose this area. This west part, for whatever reason, they left some timber here, and you'll see that maybe in a couple of the pictures or in the video. But for whatever reason, they left some pretty good timber here on the west side. So if you wanted to build in a more heavily wooded area, you've got that option. So anyway, let's switch back to the map here. Okay. Oops. Let's zoom out a little bit. I mean, this is just an amazingly awesome area. So as we look to the west, this purple area is the Ozark National Scenic Riverway, which is basically, I think, like a national park. But it's an easement around the Jacks Fork River and the current river. This is the Jacks Fork River right here. So you take the easement road up to this larger gravel road, take that to the west for about a mile, and that's Chalk Bluff, the actual Chalk Bluff at the Jacks Fork River. It's gorgeous. And now if you go to the east, which is how you'll come in from the east, this is the Rocky Creek Conservation Area, which is public land that's open for hunting and I believe trail riding and all that good stuff. So although you're going to see a lot of deer and wildlife on your own property, especially a property this size in this area, you do have some other options. If you have a whole group of guys or girls coming to hunt, if they wanted to, some of them could set up in the conservation area. Maybe some people head over to the Jacks Fork River, this road. I mean, you can see the river here at Chalk Bluff, but I don't know if you can like walk to the river. But if you continue on this road, I assume that ends at the water. Just an awesome area. We were super excited to be able to put these tracks together because I know some people like to have a large tract for hunting or for privacy. Super cheap because it was heavily logged recently. I mean, within the last year, basically. So this is about as cheap as you can buy land that we know of here in the Ozarks on terms, especially. but this is going to grow back quickly. I mean, within just a couple years, it's not going to look too bad, and then after 4, 5, 6 years, it'll look just about like any other property, in our mind anyway. So here's a really good chance to get a large piece for probably a lot less than you expected. Complete owner financing, low monthly payments, all that good stuff. No prepayment penalties, no hidden fees. I mean, if you've checked out our website, you know all that stuff. But anyway, you can check out InstantAcres.com. If the property's still available, we'll have it on the website. It'll be in the over 10-acre category because it is a very large property. If you have any questions, let us know. Sales@InstantAcres.com, or just check out the website at InstantAcres.com.